I don't know. What I do know I care about is Bethesda's rate. Shout out to the college football community. They waged war against EA and they won. They removing the microtransactions. Clap it up for yourself. But that was a battle, okay? That was a battle. The war's not won. Bethesda employees are ready to wage war too. Bethesda's union confirms Xbox layoffs protest. We won't disappear quietly, nigga. That thumbnail of JG crying has me dying. Yeah, that nigga fucked up when he gave me that picture. Well, he didn't give me this picture. He posted it like on his Twitter or something, and I downloaded it. This is not, I have a folder of like headshots of everybody's for like thumbnails. But like he posted this on social media and I said, oh, let me save this. I know what I'm about to do with this shit right here. Oh shit. I said, this is better than any picture you sent me. I know what I'm about to do with this shit, boy. That shit is fucking great. I think I did it on this one too. Hold up. Oh shit. Anyways, I almost made an emote of it. Oh, I didn't even peep. Oh, is that what that is in the chat? That's fucking funny, bro. That's fucking funny. Listen, I'm about to, you have no idea what you just did. I'm about to cook that shit up, bro. Not gonna lie, your clickbaiting ability is goated. Hey, it's been working. People bitch about that shit, but like y'all be clicking the video, so I don't care. As long as I don't lie about the content. I don't ever lie about the content in the title. It's just, you know, you gotta spice it up. You gotta get the click. You gotta get the click. Anyways, Bethesda Game Studios union workers are planning to protest outside of its 4 studio locations next week in response to the layoff of nearly 450 members across ZeniMax. One BGS, the CWA affiliate Bethesda Game Studio Union. Oh, I saw they about to start adding gifts to Twitch too, so that's gonna be funny, like big gifts. Is planning protests outside Bethesda offices located in Montreal, Rockville, Maryland, and Austin on July 15th, it said. Bethesda Game Studios is not even based in Bethesda anymore. It's in Rockville. You guys are a phony. Your thumbnail was great. It got me inspired. Fucking phony. I've been stepping my thumbnail game up. The protests follow 440 union member jobs cut across Bethesda and ZeniMax this week, including around 100 layoffs at Doommaker id Software and more than 200 at the Elder Scrolls Online Studio ZeniMax Online. Yo, shout out to Slim Chill with the sub. Appreciate it. In a statement, one BGS said to Kotaku it wants to show Xbox management we mean business, so they will think twice before ever attempting something like this again. The company wants us to accept this as a done deal, nigga. What up? Hello, my name is Madara and my wife is nigga. I'm gonna block you. Shut the fuck up. I'm not reading that shit. Shut your stupid ass up. You can copy paste that dick, nigga. I'm not reading that. It's that goofy ass shit, bruh. I watch anime. I'm not one of you niggas though. I enjoy it for what it is as an art form. I'm not one of you niggas. Don't come in here with no fucking role play. That shit is weird as hell. Take that shit back to DeviantArt. Anyways, we won't let it happen. Our next steps are to mobilize. We need every single member visible and unified. To the end, we're announcing our Save Our Devs March across all studios on Wednesday, July 15th. Save our devs. I like that. We need to show management right now that we mean business so that we will properly take care of our fellow coworkers today and think twice before ever attempting something like this again. Stay strong, look out for one another, and we look forward to seeing us all march together on the 15th. In an email obtained by game developer 1GBS said that Microsoft is legally required to sit down with its effects bargaining. This means we have the right to negotiate exactly how these layoffs impact our people, and we're heading to the table to fight for every single affected worker. We're going to be demanding preferential transfers to force Microsoft to place affected BGS workers into open roles across Xbox and Microsoft first, stronger severance and extended healthcare to ensure no one is financially abandoned, as well as recall rights to ensure our laid off members are the first ones hired back when BGS expands. The Bethesda and ZeniMax cuts are part of sweeping layoffs across the Xbox business, which it says will initially impact 1,600 jobs and stretch to 3,200 by the end of Microsoft's business year. Xbox intends to sell off or release 5 studios, but has announced no plans for closure or game cancellations as it feared the following early reports online. Is it the ball and gun game? Is it the ball and gun game's fault that people are sucking the kneecaps of Activision and Sony? No, I'm not banning that solely on that archetype of gamer. I'm banning it on the lack of critical thinking. I'd argue that's a parenting issue, but y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that conversation. According to Bloomberg, Bethesda is set to undergo a significant overhaul and will pivot to focus on its biggest franchises: Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein. The only thing devs have to lose is their chains. Tight shit. Why is Starfield not $20 yet on a discount? I would play it with the mods. As Xbox. You're not wrong. That shit sucks. Hey, I support y'all. Walk out on these niggas, bruh. Like that's and y'all are not gonna like this. Some of y'all won't, but I don't care. I support the Rockstar devs too. They are complaining about a lack of compensation, being treated poorly. These people are responsible for multi-billion-dollar franchises, creating generational wealth for these CEOs, and you can't let them know that they're being laid off before Twitter. That shit is nasty. You can't give them healthcare, a decent severance package. I don't care if the Rockstar people protest, because if you missed that on the last podcast, we talked about that. The Rockstar devs are talking about storming out like the week of the game drops. And that shit's gonna be funny if they do that shit, bro. That day one patch, it ain't coming. Oh shit. Bethesda, they gotta stick together because it just gets to a point. Like, people deserve the right to make a livable wage and be comfortable, especially if, just to give y'all perspective, especially if they are producing some of our favorite pieces of art. Let them be paid. You'll be all right if you gotta wait a little bit longer. You'll be all right. There's plenty of other games to play. Yo, shout out to the Black Man is Guy with the sub. Appreciate it. These guys that made Starfield. Bethesda, yeah. There's a studio under the Bethesda. Bethesda is an umbrella of like 4 different studios. Yeah, one of them did make it. The GTA sexuals are gonna harass the devs. The GTA sexuals is crazy. Can I pitch a sound effect? Will you add bad situation from Naruto? That would be hilarious. Yo, shout out to Zillionaire with the sub. Which one is that? Is that a song? Because if it's a song, I can't play it. Bad situation. Like I had to stop playing the Naruto sound sad music because it was giving me copyright strikes. Yeah, see, like if this ain't a sound. If it's a sound effect, you can get away with it. But if it's a noise, there's only certain ones that you can get away with. That's why I have them on my thing. But like Naruto's too mainstream. If it's super mainstream, you can't get away with it, unfortunately. What else I got for you? New Perfect Dark, Co-op Doom, and Co-op Doom were reportedly in the works at id Software before the mass layoffs. Doom the Dark Ages just received the Revelations expansion earlier this week, the latest work from prominent developer id Software. But what the studio was reportedly working on next sounds fascinating. According to the Games Beat, the team was reportedly playing around with the new Perfect Dark game. Another one after the last one got canceled? A co-op or multiplayer-centric version of Doom, and a John Wick-esque experience named Fury. A co-op Doom would be fire. Not like the last one, but Doom Eternal, the movement in that game, if you made it co-op and put hard boss fights in there, that shit would be super fire. However, the chances these projects are ever getting fully fleshed out seems low after mass layoffs hit id Software earlier this week as part of the Xbox reset plan, but in place by Xbox CEO Asha Swarmer. In fact, VGC reports that apparently 136 people were fired. GamesBeat added that more than half of id Software got hit by the job cuts, with a former employee saying that it's a bloodbath. In addition, former id Software principal VFX artist Derek Best posted on LinkedIn that Microsoft is just relegating them to support studio size after the layoffs. Best had worked at id Software for 12 years before being let go earlier this week. Releasing a DLC the same day you find out you're getting fired is crazy work. Crazy work. Yo, you call Shorty ashwagandha. That's crazy. Chill out. That's nasty. The Perfect Dark project became a possibility for id Software after the initiative was closed down and the studio's games for the FPS franchise was canned. This appears to be a new take separate from... Oh, so it was a different game, with concept art already being made. Meanwhile, Doom the Dark Ages director Hugo Martin was behind the proposal for Fury. The game was reportedly not greenlit officially from Microsoft, but incorporated the elements of sci-fi, noir, and Louisiana. I wonder if an issue for them making money with the Game Pass, I wonder if like they could come out with like what if they came out with a new Because the issue with the Game Pass is they bought all these studios, right? And I think they were under the presumption that every time one of these major games came out, a Doom, Elder Scrolls, Perfect Dark, one of these games came out, they were under the presumption it would boost the subs. I wonder if a way they could boost the subs would be if like they came out with a new tier where it's like, okay, with this tier you get all the indie and AA games under Game Pass, but the AAA games you don't get them. Maybe you get like a token for one per year, but if you want any other AAA games under our umbrella and you have this Game Pass tier, you can get it at a discount for like $50. Would that interest some of y'all? So then you can like pick what you want. That way they make money, you still get value from the Game Pass. Think the games weren't making enough money with cross-plat. Well, they just started doing the cross-plat. We don't have the data on that. Nah, too many tiers. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. They just kind of fuck with this Game Pass shit. I was about to ask if Fable was getting a disc release. I would want that on disc. Can we choose which AAA game we get? Yeah, like what if you get like 3 tokens a year and you can get it for, you can use it for any AAA game, but after that you just get discounts on them. I just don't understand where they're going to make money if they're canceling this many projects. I'm saying, I don't know. They need to put some of these fucking games out. I just got a ROG Ally X. What games do you recommend? Expedition 33 if you haven't played it yet. Unfortunate, man. Hey, id Software. Join the fight with the rest of Bethesda. Join the joint. Tier of subscriptions for games would just want my games to be $50 or $60 physically. That's a cool idea. Xbox hire this man. I'm just trying to come up with solutions because, you know, jokes aside, and I'm not saying my ideas are the best, but jokes aside, I do feel like we focus too much on like just the downfall of shit. So I do try to give some level of solution, some type of idea, because I want everybody to do well. It's just they gotta want to do well for themselves. That's why I said Xbox is the dumbest. Imagine if they took that 99% anti-cheat idea you had and made sure to keep the disk drive, they would spike for sure. Yeah, if they found a way at the kernel level to stop cheaters and they're constantly updating it, people would fuck with that shit. Reports were claiming that Avowed 2 was canceled. And I'm not gonna lie, out of all the cancellations, this is one I did think was a good idea. I mean, look, Avowed came out and just like nobody was really talking about it, you know? It wasn't a bad game, but you know, do we really need Avowed 2? Apparently that's not true. Obsidian reportedly still working on Avowed 2 after the cancellation. Despite its cancellation, Avowed 2 is reportedly still in development at Obsidian, according to the new information. On July 8th, it was reported that Obsidian Entertainment was shifting its focus as a result of Xbox Big Reset. At the time, it was reported the studio would begin focusing on a new Fallout game and that Microsoft's gaming brand had canceled plans for Avowed to receive a sequel. As with everything in gaming right now, change is so rapid that everything remains fluid. 2 days later, it seems that even though Avowed 2 has been canceled, the team working on it will continue their work in hopes that the project may be revived. Translation, nigga. We burning cash and hoping for the best. The new information comes from Jason Schreier, the same individual who reported the initial Avowed news. In a new YouTube video, Schreier says that because the game is further along in development than people might expect, the hope is that it will be so close to finish that perhaps it will be released after all. Oh, they're trying to bully them ways into... Hey, that's an interest. They're like 80% done, and they said, well, you guys just don't want to put it out? I hard disagree. They really made it a solid RPG after release updates, but yeah, I guess 3 more Fallouts instead. Well, I mean, you answered your question right there. You said you disagree. It was a solid RPG after release updates. So it wasn't a solid RPG out the date. I think one of the things you got to understand is like most people's first impression of the game is how it came out when it first came out. Very, very rarely does a game beat the odds like Cyberpunk 2027 or 2077 or even No Man's Sky. Most of the time, a first impression is what's going to be the first impression, and it's going to be that. So you might have played it, and I'm not saying you're wrong. But I would bet money most people have not played that game since it launched and they missed all those updates. Yeah, look at Mind's Eye. When it first came out, that game was not bad, but it was kind of mid. It was like a 7. And it was just like, I don't really want to pay for Game Pass for some mid, especially coming off of Expedition 33. Feel kind of bad for him. The combat was fire, but the story was mid. It's the RPG, the story got to be fire. Cyberpunk got lucky after launch. Yeah, Cyberpunk had the grace of being CD Projekt Red, so people were going to give them a little bit of leeway. They're not going to get that leeway. But who knows? The second game could be way more fire if they find a way to put it out. Obsidian, they actually have a small team that was working on Avowed 2 that's still going to keep working on it, even though it's canceled, while they wait for other projects like Fallout to be ready for them, maybe in the hopes of getting it uncanceled. It was actually planned further along than I think people would expect for a sequel to a game that came out last year. So I think there's hope that it'll get so close to being finished that Xbox will look at it and say, okay, yeah, you can finish it and release this. It won't cost that much more to finish it. That, or like if they finish it or they got most of it done, they could probably take it to another publisher and be like, hey, are you considering publishing our game? We'll give you this amount of money if you pick it up. That's what I mean, though. A sequel would have to let them release something after learning from the first faults. If they can get past the finish line, I'm indifferent about this game. I don't hate it, I don't love it, but like I can understand why it got canceled. I don't feel like it made. I felt like this game was supposed to make a bigger splash than what it did, and it didn't, unfortunately, for whatever reason. Mind's Eye is just mid. No, Mind's Eye is terrible, bro. That shit is terrible. Awful game. In water is wet news, your loyalty to Sony or Xbox means nothing, an analyst says. In response to Sony announcing that it will stop producing physical games in 2028, a lot of people have had a lot of things to say. One of the voices is Sarcania analyst Matt Piscatella, who offered a refreshing, if not brutal, reminder that your loyalty and love for PlayStation or any other game console or franchise means nothing to the corporate overlords controlling them. It's all about money, and it always has been. Maybe somebody who works in games data analytics will, maybe they'll convince you. You can love your preferred video game ecosystem, franchise, or whatever you want. You can think your years of customer loyalty should or will be reciprocated, but these businesses don't love you back. Same with your job. You're a number on a spreadsheet, he said. Sony cares about me as Sony, that's not true. No, Sony loves me. They do. They love the fact that I buy all their games. Piscatella also pointed out with forecasts for the PS6 and Project Helix to cost $1,000 or more, console manufacturers like Sony and Xbox would prioritize profitability where they can. The thinking is that if Sony can't convince as many people to buy a very expensive console, it can make up some of the difference by cutting out discs to improve margins. Also, keep in mind, an article came out that Sony said they are continuing they said their plan B is that they want to jack up the price of their known product. So basically the people who are already within the ecosystem, they plan to charge you more. And there's already a rumor coming out that they're about to raise the price of PS Plus. They said if they can't sell more PS5s, we're just going to raise the price up because you guys won't leave. You guys are loyal to us. You love PlayStation. Come get this PlayStation dick. It's crazy to me that they're just openly even talking like this. Like, to me, I would say these things on the stream, but for some people, because they love corporations, they thought it was like speculation. They're openly saying it. Fuck you. As reporters Jason Schreier breaks down in a great video, a company like Sony would take home about $45-50 from the sales of a $70 game sold at retail on a disc. With digital games, Sony keeps the full 70. It's not hard to see why Sony's shifting to an all digital future, so they get an extra 30%. They're just yapping about, we know that they're lucrative or whatever. Nah, I ain't renewing my PS Plus this year. Fuck them. I did see some people say they canceled their shit. This country's gone soft. We got mad about tea. Now we got mad that they put like a 5% tax on tea. Now niggas is excited about paying for $100 games that don't include all the content and shit. Ain't that crazy? Take it with a super grain of salt. Because I don't know how trustable this person is. Rumor: Far Cry 7 details. High stakes PvEVP scavenge and extract survival loop. Not gonna lie, this is already sounding a little. The Sons of Truth are back. Still includes the time limit as shared a while ago, up to 72 hours since I last checked. Rescue up to 6 family members. You'll have a safe house, weapon durability. There'll be grizzly bears, wolves, foxes, and deers. It won't be long till Ubisoft shares some stuff. This is coming from this person, a known Ubisoft leaker. Previously leaked information on Far Cry 7 and Year 1 of X Defiant. I love that that's in their bio. Who asked for this shit? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I heard that that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is pretty decent, but it's terrible on PC. Apparently it runs like dog shit, but the console version is pretty good. Who's playing it? I heard the new changes, though, from the reviews. Some people either love it or hate it because it kind of fucks with the continuity, but I'm like, the continuity's been fucked up, so who really cares? The image looks AI generated. Oh, it definitely is. There's no concept art. There's no concept art of Far Cry 7. Somebody just made this shit up. Gotta do something to sell it, right? Take this with a grain of salt. I'll wait for the discount. Far Cry 6 was trash. Oh yeah, I could tell the moment they announced it. I was like, this shit look Bethesda. The reviews on Steam are bad. Yep. Apparently, people are pissed at the optimization, the microtransactions. But so if you want to play it, get it on console. Why are they trying to shove extraction shooters down our neck? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If Far Cry 7 is real and if it's an extraction shooter, we're not playing that shit, chat. We are not playing that. I will actively not pre-order that shit. What up, Fear the Deer? You can now easily find out if a game is compatible with the Steam machine. As spotted by Rock Paper Shotgun, there was a lot of confusion about the newly launched Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync being awarded the Steam machine verification without there actually being any evidence on the Steam. But that has changed if you know where to look. I very sadly don't have a Steam machine, so I don't know what happens if you load up Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync on the store page through Steam OS on the new page. But I went into the Steam desktop app on my MacBook and found its Steam machine. Verification buried inside of the Steam Deck compatibility details. If you scroll down to the section that's located on the right of the page under the language section and click and learn more, you'll see a tab for the Steam machine next to the Steam Deck in the pop-up. Click that and you'll get the usual 3-tick approval found. Don't they think you got to jump through too many fucking hoops to find this out? It should just be clearly on the page, bro. According to Steam, Black Flag Resynced fully supports controllers when played on the Steam machine, displays controller icons, and performs well with Steam machine's default graphics. That means it earns the all-important verified badge. I also tried searching for a few other games that popped up into my head, including Devil May Cry 5, Cuphead, and they're also showing up as verified. In a strange turn of events, Valve's own Dota 2 is only listed as playable due to the pesky mouse and keyboard icons. Basically, you need that shit to run it. I just did it right now. It took 10 seconds. Okay. That article looked like an invention explaining to someone they're in a toxic relationship. They just won't listen. Hit the like button. We almost at 1,000 viewers on YouTube. Hit the fucking like button. So yeah, the information is there. You just got to dig through the settings. Matter of fact, here, I'm gonna drop this in the chat if you got it. Anybody in the chat, y'all got a Steam machine? Who bought one? Be for real. Be honest. You feel like you got gypped? It's 2K26. What the fuck up, bro? Don't need it. I don't. Rich for my blood. What else I got for you? Nintendo news. Nintendo leaks point to Majora's Mask HD and an Oracle revival. I know we're all hyped for the remake of Ocarina of Time so much that we've already lost count of how many people I've seen desperately hunting down a Nintendo Switch 2 just not to miss out on the brand new version. However, it seems that Zelda fans, and I'm including myself, will have to prepare their wallets even more because Nintendo might not be developing just that single remake, but also 2 other modern versions of previous chapters from iconic franchise. The speculation comes from Game Reactor, which reported this Thursday some interesting information. Basically, after an analysis of the profile for voice actor, I don't know how to pronounce this, who has lent his voice to Link several times in the past, including the original Ocarina of Time, a subtle new update was noticed. A credit to him for voicing Link using the fierce deity mask in an unannounced Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask HD. I'm going to go ahead and say I would not be surprised if this shit is real. I wouldn't be. The question is, do y'all care? Nintendo's going to take the Capcom route with their remakes. They're going to see how much money Ocarina of Time prints out, and they're going to be like, oh, we might as well make Majora's Mask, then Twilight Princess, and then what's that other one that was on the Wii or whatever? Do you think more motherfuckers would fold for the Steam machine if Valve dropped Half-Life 3 exclusively? Nah. Old heads, yes, but most people no. We're so far removed from, it's been like 25 years. We're so far removed from Half-Life 2. There's an entire generation that might have heard that name, but they don't have any type of nostalgia for that shit. So for old heads, maybe. But for like younger people, I don't think they'll care. Yeah, Skyward Sword, they're just gonna remake every fucking thing, bro. Because why make a new game? Especially when your new console is just the fucking PS4. You guys ever wondered what Majora's Mask would look like on a portable PS4 Pro? Not really, nigga. Not really. I wouldn't be surprised if this shit is real, but take it with a grain of salt. Even though I've never played Ocarina of Time, but I'm really hyped. Okay, that's fair. For the people who've never played it, definitely play it. It's a classic. But like, I played it, I've beaten it several times as a kid. I'm not saying I won't get it, but when I get a Switch 2, like, that's not like a day one for me. Oh no. It depends on how much they change, right? If it's a lazy remake, no. But if it's one where they really change the game a lot, I would consider it. Former Dragon Age writer doesn't see a future for the franchise at EA. Damn, Half-Life 2, one of my all-time favorites. I'm old as fuck. That game is old, bro. Half-Life 2 release date. When that shit come out? Yeah, that shit came out in 2004, bro. Old heads, that's an old head game, bro. The young bulls is not gonna be excited about no Half-Life unless the old heads get them excited. It's gonna have to be a word of mouth thing. Former Dragon Age lead writer David Gadier doesn't believe there's much for the future of the franchise. David worked on several Dragon Age titles. He was attached to the project until 2014 and served as a lead writer for Dragon Age. Since then, the series has continued with most of the recent addition, 2024's Veilguard. Has it been 2 years? God damn, time flies. Speaking with PC Gamer, Guider revealed he doesn't see a future for the franchise. He also says that during his time working on the franchise, he felt they were always one wrong move away from the series being put on ice. Y'all hear that? He said working for EA is terrible because no matter what you do, it'll never be enough. That is unfortunate. From EA, unlikely. Throughout the entire time I was there, we were always one breath away from the project being shelved. The thing that happened is that we kept releasing games and it would sell much better than they thought it should, and it kept surprising them. Furthermore, he says he would be open to taking control of the franchise if possible. If he were to regain control, he says he would take the series to a darker place. If out of some weird alignment of the stars, somebody handed the Dragon Age franchise back to me and said, breathe life back into this baby, that'd be a tough one, but I think it'd be an interesting thing to do. To go back to the basics of what made Dragon Age appeal to so many people in the first place and go somewhere dark and dangerous and do things that would make people upset. I think that's, well, yeah, it's an RPG. You got to have stakes in it, right?
Spin that shit.
That's a shame the ending that left us on an interesting cliffhanger. You know the sad thing about this too, and this is why corporations ruin everything. Friendly reminder for those that are unaware: Dragon Age Veilguard is not the game that they wanted to make. They wanted to make a hardcore, dark, gritty RPG like he's describing, but EA wanted a live service game, so they started making on a live service version of Dragon Age. Halfway through development, EA said, we don't like it, that shit is ass, and they had to finagle it into a single player RPG. So that's why certain things feel like it's supposed to be a live service game, because they had to finagle it halfway through development into something else. They had to Frankenstein the game, and then and that context gets lost, and people are like, oh, this shit's trash. But this game wasn't the best because of EA. I think I seen in the same interview I read on Twitter somewhere that like he felt like BioWare or Mass Effect was always the baby that EA wanted. They didn't care about Dragon Age, which, I mean, it's Mass Effect. Come on, guys. I may have a bias, but honestly, considering the game turned out pretty decent. Yeah, if you take into the development hell of that it went through, the game turned out decent in my opinion. It is what it is. What else? And then fresh off the heels of releasing Black Flag Resynced, Ubisoft laid off 50 people. Wow, what a great fucking company, man. Despite Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced being considered a successful launch, Ubisoft has laid off 51 employments at Ubisoft Barcelona, many of whom worked on the game. Will be celebrating its launch by seeking new employment. Just an awful company, man. You tell someone the newest college football game lacks features from college football games from 20 years ago, and they'll tell you to shut up and go play. Well, if they want to get fucked, let them get fucked. Let me see what's going on in this sub box. Go to my main account. Thanks for all your work. Bye. No royalties for you, buddy. They got some Jubilee gameplay. Any trailers I should be aware of? Grail release date. Yeah, EA's removing the microtransactions. We covered it. Siggy doing pack openings. Man, if y'all can see the group chat, I gotta mute that shit now, man. Them niggas, all they talk about is pack openings. They got Pokemon fever. Them Pokemon cards is the new stocks. The XXL freshman. Oh shit. You're right. PUBG Naruto. What the fuck? Hell Galaxy. Reverse 1999. Iron Arrow. How many freestyles is out? All right, let me look at these joints real quick. 900 people watching. It's only 500 likes. You right. What's the likes at before we look at this shit? Hey, yeah, it's 900 people in here. We should have 900 likes. 900,000. Hit the fucking like button. God damn. We steady hitting this number, but we got to get the likes up, man. We got to get the likes up. My homie randomly pulled his Pokemon card collection last time we hung out. I was like, I didn't realize that was the wave. Oh yeah, it's big right now. It's big. He said, y'all snitching on us? Yeah, I'm looking. All right, let's get these trailers. It's a card battling game? He said, who snitched? If we gonna get the views up, we need to get the fucking likes up. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not playing a card battling game about a fucking rat. Let's see. Invariant. Have you gotten any packs? Nah, I'm not into it. I've been thinking about potentially getting back into, well, not getting back into because I've never collected, but I'm pretty knowledgeable in basketball. I was thinking about collecting basketball cards, like trying to get all the rookie cards this fall, trying to get AJ, Darren Peterson's, like Yaxel, get all the, I would only want like, I don't want everything, but I just trying to collect people's rookie cards. Maybe that I was thinking about. What the fuck am I looking at? Someone at my job just sold a Deoxys card for 10K that he bought for 200. Oh yeah. And the thing about them Pokemon cards, you got to sell high. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Pokemon only holds value because humans universally agree that it holds value. At some point, there will be a crash. I hate to break it to y'all because it's just fucking cards. So if you don't care about cards like that, and you know you got a lot of bills to pay, you better cash out if you got a rare card. It's just paper. Yeah, we not playing this. No Zion rookie card? Nah, no big gumbo. Yeah, it's fool's gold. What you think Hero said to Bam to catch that 83 power fist? He probably said some shit like, oh, I don't need you. I'm finna carry Milwaukee to the finals. And he said, mink, 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 mink.
It's not so scary once you know what it is to fall.
We are what we carry.
Yeah, use paper to get paper.
From the sky! And what
These graphics aren't bad. Oh, is this a MOBA?
they think we are weak.
I thought it was an ARPG.
Their downfall.
He told him that 83 was fake as shit. Is that what he actually said? I see multiple people in the chat say that. Is that what he actually said?
Time continues.
For a MOBA, this is visually very good looking.
Give them a reason to remember you.
You look at the closed beta team base. It's a PvP looter action game. It's not a MOBA. Looks okay. He had DMs leak. Oh, what'd he say? What'd he say in the DMs? He had a Kevin Durant moment. Style zone. What the? Who got the link to the DMs? I didn't know there was DMs. This looked like some Unreal Engine slop. He had a burner. Yeah, the Kevin Durant shit. Let's see. Tyler Hero DMs leak. Oh, here we go. Hold up, bro. Time for Twitter theater. What we gonna hit? You lame as hell, nigga. You screenshotting now? Say no more, chip. Hating on Bam is lame as hell. Niggas had to know the real Hero. It's okay, you lame. You fanned out. Like we said from the beginning. And Jill. Hey, who's DMing him? That's fucking funny. He said, enjoy Milwaukee, pussy. Niggas is over. That's fucking funny. He said, enjoy the Midwest. What's this shit right here? 26 seconds. Oh, shit. Is there more?
Burner account or his second account on Instagram, DMing a Heat.
Bama guy, please stop. Why are Heat fans so worried about me and what I do, but I'm not the best player on the team, right? Let me find out. This motherfucker got an ego for somebody who don't play half the season. Bam did his job for a top 5 defender. 20 and 10. You scored the first nigga I seen 25 and 10 outs out of. you should get paid 60 million to be a top 2 defender on some nights. I'm just wondering. That niggas with money who don't have a valid point, they always love to do that shit. That's they fall back. Nigga, I'm getting money, bro. Yeah, but you didn't attack the argument, so you just called him broke.
Heat fans pretty much just trashing Bam Adebayo, saying worried about, actually talking about Heat fans worried about Bond and saying, man,
Like,
what
bro,
I
we know you got money, bro.
out of you. I didn't say
There's no
any
more?
names. I'm just saying.
I think it's because he performed on these playoffs runs. He was the best player last finals. I didn't say any names. I'm just saying, should an elite defender be making 60 million a year? Answer that. If the shoe fits, it fits. Bro dropped 83. Okay, so why are fans so worried about Tyler and what Tyler does? I could post a pic right now and the fans gonna go crazy. I'm not gonna lie, this reeks of like insecurity, unfortunately. I could post a pic right now and the fans gonna go crazy, nigga. I can't speak for everybody else, but if you post a pic, Tyler, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care. Like, matter of fact, I've never looked at a Tyler Hero picture. Oh shit! Because Bam and Shoney is with a better player like Jim to get to the finals, bro. This shit is fucking funny, man. Oh my god, they take this basketball shit funny. I'm not gonna lie, NBA Twitter is top tier to me. This shit is fucking funny. Dog was talking like this. He's talking like literally, what has he done for the Heat? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, no disrespect to Tyler Hero, but I feel like the peak of his career was in the bubble. Like, because I remember he went crazy in the bubble, and I remember thinking like, yo, he got the name, the branding, he went crazy in the bubble. But since the bubble, like, he has his moments, but he can't stay on the court is the problem. He's a good player, no disrespect, but Tyler Hero can't stay healthy. And it's like, shouldn't you be more focused on rehab and just staying on the court? And like, why are you deeming people, bro? This shit is fucking funny, man.
Has shown
Why do they chat with
a
randoms?
Player like Jimmy, we can get to finals. Then something about clutch. Then he.
Buddy, if I'm healthy, they can't see me. That's a big if. Word to my mother. Ain't he from Milwaukee? Who talk like that? If I'm healthy, I'm the one who needs help. Who did Cleveland prioritize taking away in the playoffs? Like, I saw a TikTok where like they was talking about how they hate people who use Ebonics or AAVE. Because you could tell they really not from the hood because they be mixing and matching different regions together. And I said, that shit is facts. Because like, I'm from the East Coast, right? Y'all niggas never heard me say word to my mother. That is a New York thing. And it's an old head New York thing, bruh. It's like, aren't you from Milwaukee? Why are you talking like that, bruh? Like, I said, so like, even black people, most black people don't say this shit. Why are you saying it? We're not giving him a 30-minute extension. If I'm healthy, I'm the one who needs help. Who did Cleveland prioritize taking in the playoffs? Who did Boston prioritize taking away when Jimmy got hurt and he was the 8th seed? When I'm healthy, I need help, not the other guy. Word to my damn, this nigga put it on his kids. Come on now, let's call a spade, nigga. That's crazy. That's crazy. This season's definitely gonna be interesting. See you in basketball purgatory. Hey, Milwaukee, feel the deer. You in the chat? Y'all niggas is not going nowhere fast. The East has gotten significantly better, and Milwaukee is not one of the teams. Yeah, you enjoy basketball purgatory. Y'all will not be making the playoffs. That's how you know a nigga's serious. That's how you know he's serious. Oh my word to my kids, nigga. I don't even have kids. Me personally, I wouldn't put nothing on my kids. I don't know. That seems kind of crazy. You know you lost the argument when you type multiple lines like that. Right, my man didn't even respond to him. He fucking arguing with himself in the chat, bro. That's why he got hit with the mink. I hope the footage come out. That shit is fucking funny. That shit is funny. I posted my reaction of the potential Las Vegas team name to like my other platforms, and like that shit was like going semi-viral. I said maybe I need to commentate on just quick little reactions to NBA shit, bro. PUBG, mobile, Naruto. Oh, what the fuck? Hell no. That's most slang. Nothing is region locked anymore because of social media. Yeah, but it's like, you know, it doesn't come off your lips naturally. What the fuck are they doing? I'm not trying to get a copyright strike. I'm so lost. Is there gameplay for this? We gonna put this in a category of just doing shit. Just fucking doing shit. You think it could be worse than the Draymond slump in Jordan Poole? It has to be worse because somebody has the footage of Tyler Hero getting punched in the fucking mouth or the eye, because I think he had a black eye. So he got punched in the black eye, right? And then remember, he did an interview right after. So somebody has footage of him getting mink, 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 mink. And then he walks away around the corner. I'm Tyler Hero, and this is the Summer League, trying to act like nothing happened. He probably got his makeup done. I want to see that footage of him walking away and then doing the interview. That shit was fucking funny. Hell Galaxy. What is this? I'm from Vegas. They better not name it the Vegas Jacks. I seen somebody say the Sinners. I said the Mobsters. You can do the Spades. There's so many other cool names you could do for Vegas. Like, whoa, the Jacks? Bro, what the fuck? You gotta say pause. It's the Aces. The Aces already exist. That's the women's team. You can't do that. Shit, you could do the Vegas Drought. Yeah, niggas ain't got no water. Reverse 1999. What is this? The Vegas Villains.
Science, rationality, and order.
The drought is insane. The drought is over.
Think of it as a paid vacation.
Aces and Spades promo would be fire. Yeah, the Spades would work really well because they already have the Aces, so they could be, you know, the brother-sister team.
The appeal. But
the High Rollers.
I'd call this a business trip, at best.
Yeah, the Jack-Offs this season. What? The new format you're doing for IG is fire. It's a new feature that's on Twitter. You can do something similar on TikTok, but you have to edit it. You don't have to do it on Twitter. If you have iOS, if you hit the retweet button, it says react. You can hit the react button and then you can literally react with the green screen to a news article right there. And then I just downloaded it and re-uploaded it. That's all I'm doing. But it's on Twitter if you want to use it.